Hey, this is Bobby T. I'm one of two Kansas City sports insiders, as well as your Mizzou and Missouri State insider for IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And here tonight, I'm going to present to you an update on the Kansas City Royals and how they did this weekend against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Royals actually ended up losing this series 2 out of 3. There's a lot of, I guess you can say, not so much positive stuff to say for this month in general, but a couple of things to note that were positive about this series against the Dodgers is that they actually did get their first home victory during the month of June during this series. It actually occurred yesterday in their 9-5 victory against the Dodgers. Also in that game, the Royals did something for only the third time in franchise history, in which they had two players in the same game have 4 hits and 3 runs scored in the same game. So that was actually done by Bobby Witt Jr. and Jonathan India yesterday. Now on to more of the, I guess you can say the bad news about this situation is that they just ended their month of June, basically, and it was pretty horrendous, to say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything about it. They had a mixture of some really tough teams they played. Obviously, they played the 2 teams that played in the World Series, and both the Yankees and the Dodgers this month, in which during those 2 series, they only went 1-5. And then they also had a couple series against some pretty awful teams, and they weren't able to take advantage of those series. So they lost 2 out of 3 to the White Sox earlier in the month on the road, and in fact, the Royals also got swept by the Athletics at home during the middle stretch of the month. So, needless to say, it's one of those things which, thank gosh, June is over. Basically, they have a day off tomorrow, so this is their last game for the month, and now it's just looking on to July. So they have another 2 weeks until the All-Star break. They're going to have a road series on the West Coast at Seattle and at Arizona before coming home again to play the Pirates and the Mets. So as the way it looks right now, the Royals are currently 4.5 games back of the last wild card spot, in which, in fact, the last team hosting that, the last team that has the final wild card spot at the moment are the Seattle Mariners, a team the Royals will be playing starting on Tuesday. So if the Royals were to jump up into the last playoff spot, they would still have to leapfrog about 5 teams. So there's quite a bit of I guess you can say a lot of teams that are kind of at or just below 500 that the Royals are still chasing in order to get to that final wild card spot. But there's still plenty of time for the Royals to make up for having this awful month of June. And let's hope this can